Congress is fully engaged in working on cyber legislation. Unfortunately, it's been 10 years since they've passed any major cyber legislation. Congress is looking into a number of changes. First, they've been told, get the Government's Act in order, so they're looking at revising the Federal Information Security Management Act. Another area that Congress is looking at is protecting the critical infrastructure and perhaps even regulating the critical infrastructure. They're looking at better ways to change some of the protocols for the Internet to allow for greater attribution and for more security consistent with privacy. The private sector also is very interested in the fact that Congress is looking to rationalize the 46 different state data breach reporting requirements into one federal law. Other areas that Congress is considering is to increase information sharing, both from the government to the private sector and getting information from the private sector back to the government. The President is getting a bit tired of waiting for Congress to act, and earlier in 2013, he actually put out an executive order for cybersecurity specific to the critical infrastructure. Through the executive order, the President is able to tell other executive branch agencies to act. In this case, he told the Department of Homeland Security to work with the National Institute of Standards and Technology to come up with best practices for critical infrastructure. The President, however, did tell the regulating agencies that if the critical infrastructure doesn't voluntarily adopt these best practices, regulation should be considered. I think that the NIST framework is a good starting point for having companies really consider risk management principles for cybersecurity. One of the big questions is, what does success look like? And NIST itself has asked the private sector to provide it with valid security measures. NIST itself has stated that it never believes the framework will be complete, which is a good way of saying that they're open to industry's considerations and concerns to revise it on an ongoing basis.